Lucky man. I am a very lucky man. Sometimes I forget this, but I really am. I get to be a part of the wonderful thing that is British wrestling. A promoter upsets me. Sure, I whinge. A show gets cancelled. Yep, I'll bitch. I have a long road trip ahead as the driver, and I'm shattered. I will definitely whine about always being the driver. But I really shouldn't. The thing is, at the end of the day, I should really grow up a bit. I am in a position that a large number of wrestling fans would kill to be in. My car got scrapped the other day, and when the guy came to collect it, a huge pang of regret came over me as I looked at the passenger seat. That very passenger seat has had Japanese legend Jushin Liger sat in it. My battered old Almera, with more scratches than an alley cat, had Jushin Liger in it. I gave him a lift to his hotel. To this day, I still find the idea of this utterly ridiculous, and equally overwhelmingly cool. Mulling this over, I realised that I got to have a real conversation with Jushin Liger as I drove him around. Not a forced, rushed, generic one after a massive queue like everyone else that had paid for the privilege. We chatted about Japanese food and those pod hotels that they have in Japan. 12-year-old me watching him on WCW Worldwide on Central TV would have probably wept for joy. I sometimes bitch or moan about not getting to work for that company, or why can't someone else drive for once, or whatever. And this is, by its very nature, normal human behaviour. Everyone bemoans their job. And anyone who doesn't see their role in professional wrestling as a job is disrespecting everyone that works damned hard at it. Wrestling is my second job. I'm a librarian by day. But there are people such as El Ligero, Dave Raines, Ander Cooper, Styx, and many more that wrestling is their full-time job and only source of income. I am fortunate enough to be paid to do something that I love, which, in this economy, is definitely a rarity. I won't labour the point, but anyone that works for free in a role within wrestling really shouldn't. And if a promoter can't afford to pay the whole roster, frankly, they shouldn't be promoting. Wrestling is a job. But in what other job do you regularly get to meet people that you idolised as a kid, and indeed have them sit in your quaintly ramshackle motor vehicle? On a drive to Full House Wrestling in 2014, I had a car accident. I wasn't paying attention and scraped the back of the car in front. Thankfully no one was hurt, as it was an innocuous bump, but still. It was completely my fault and cost me £250 and my no claims bonus, which is significantly less than the fee I was paid on that day. But life is about silver linings, and on that same event I got to belt Sam Bailey as hard as I could with my cane, which is my evil manager weapon of choice. Those of you that know me will know that I'm pretty close with Sam, and the opportunity to belt him with my stick filled me with glee, despite the expensive accident. It still does. The £250 is all but forgotten, but the glee about smacking Bailey has not faded. Even when wrestling shows throw you the meanest of curveballs, there is always a silver lining. Always. Here's a random one for you. I met my partner because of wrestling. He tweeted me, and we had a chat on Twitter for a bit before meeting at a PCW after-show party. In all seriousness, if I wasn't Magic Mark, I would never have met the man that has changed my life. If that's not incredible luck, I don't know what is. Now, I'm definitely not one of the worst of the guys on the British wrestling scene for not appreciating what I have. However, I'm definitely not perfect, and definitely fall back into bemoaning my situation occasionally. Every now and again, everyone from ring announcer to wrestler to sound guy to anyone involved needs to take a step back and look at what they have and appreciate it. Not only is it disrespectful to the fans for being bitchy about it, you're forgetting just how awesome it all is. It really is an absolutely fantastic thing that I get to do what I do, with whom I do it, and get paid for it. I am a lucky man.